Neader, before we broke for lunch, we were discussing some of the music videos that you've had an opportunity to review in relation to this war between ATK and 1200 and the 6 Block members. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And included in the videos of that back and forth there are some videos that we previously discussed as being Who I Smoke and When I See You.
Yes, ma'am.
And the videos subsequent to the homicide being Game Over and Folio Dead.
Yes, ma'am.
I am showing you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 89A through D. Essentially, have you had an opportunity to review all 4 of the videos that I've previously mentioned?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had an opportunity to dissect or to at least decipher the language that's used in those videos as far as the lyrics that are being rapped to or rapped about?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, Your Honor, the State seeks to admit self-authenticating exhibits States 89A through D in the certification of Exhibit 111.
Okay, any objection other than those previously made?
No, Judge.
Okay, same ruling and they'll be admitted.
And, Your Honor, permission to publish.
Yes.
In discussing States 89D, if we are, or 89A, excuse me, if we are reviewing the videos that you've previously described in order, which video occurred first?
Who I Smoke.
And who was the creator of the Who I Smoke video?
It would be Yungeen Ace, Fast Money Goon, Wappa with the Choppa, and Spinnabins.
And when you mention all of those names, are those all separate people?
Yes.
And of the individuals that you've identified, are they associated with different groups or gangs?
Yes. Yungeen Ace and Fast Money Goon would be ATK, and Spinnabins and Wappa would be 1200.
I'm going to publish those videos before we look to the language of them. If you could look over your... Detective, having had an opportunity to view that video when it was posted to the internet or to YouTube, did you ultimately review it in its entirety?
Yes, ma'am.
And after reviewing that video in its entirety, did you have an opportunity to listen to that video and determine what lyrics could be ascertained as being said or rapped about in that video?
Yes, ma'am.
If you would look to the screen here, are these those lyrics that you believe to have been included in that Who I Smoke video?
Yes, ma'am.
And looking at the screenshot here depicted on the screen, are the individuals related to ATK and 1200 as being the rappers of this song the only members of ATK that were included in this music video?
No, ma'am. The guy you see right there on top of the golf cart with his hand in the air is an ATK gang member. His name is Malquise Worthen.
And does he have social media for which you all have been able to access or monitor as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Is his social media account named ATK Keese?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the review of the video, could you please refer us to some of the lyrics for which you all took note as it relates to your duties in your gang unit?
Yes, ma'am. The first one, we see 12 paramedics. They use the number 12 because that represents 1200. The next one we see is Rod K. dead and he never coming back. Rod K. was a prominent figure of 6 Block. And then he says, I don't go nowhere without my heat coup.
I don't object, Your Honor, at this time to speculation and invasion of the powers of the jury. As to what these lyrics mean.
Overruled, go ahead.
I don't go nowhere without my heat coup. Coup is a subset of 1200. 1200 gang members often call themselves coups. Smoking on Lil PD, and I was smoking Trey D too. Little PD and Trey D were also prominent figures in the 6 Block gang.
And when you see the language smoking on, what does that mean?
When they say they're smoking on somebody, it's a sign of disrespect or a sign of like a diss towards the opposing gang.
Is that different from smoking someone?
It's very similar to the meaning. Smoking on someone or smoking someone simply means that they were killed.
Throughout the video itself, were there names of members from the actual group 6 Block that were depicted in the music video?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the course of that video, was there a portion when the artists were saying names of 6 Block that you can identify here?
Yes, ma'am.
Please describe what that was for the jury.
The Who I Smoke Bibby and Who I Smoke Tiki.
How about Little 9?
Little Nine was, he was affiliated with another group associated to 6 Block. He wasn't 6 Block himself.
So he was an associate of 6 Block.
In another gang, yes, ma'am.
Well, was he the member of a gang that was rivals with ATK 1200 or their affiliates?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Bibby alive or deceased when this video was created?
Bibby is deceased.
And is Tiki alive or deceased when this video is posted to YouTube?
Deceased.
Last question, Little Nine, alive or deceased?
Deceased.
Now, what is JIT? J-I-T-T. I'm smoking JIT mean.
JIT is what they refer to as like a younger teenager or like a young adult. They would, instead of calling like your friend, you say that like, that's my JIT.
And was there any reference to an individual that was a member of ATK or NHG named Queso?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Queso related to a gang in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am. Queso is an ATK gang member.
And what is the next line under the Queso lyric referencing?
It says, "No hospital boy," that line. This is just relating No Hospital Gang to ATK. That some of the members of ATK call themselves No Hospital Gang, but they're still ATK gang members.
They all associate with one another, this NHG No Hospital Gang.
Yes, ma'am.
They associate then with ATK and members of 1200.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are you familiar with an earlier attempt on Mr. Jones's life that occurred in Houston, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that occur on or before the date that this video was posted to YouTube?
Before.
And what was it that happened to Mr. Jones at that time?
Mr. Jones was shot in
Objection
Houston.
on irrelevance.
Overruled, go ahead.
Mr. Jones was shot in Houston, and shortly after he got shot, he went live on his Instagram page in a hospital bed.
Okay, so describe for us what we're seeing here in these center paragraphs, please.
In the center paragraph, it says, "I was lurking on his page and caught him lacking in Houston. We laid off shots, and he went live, and I was tweaking like he ain't die." And then, so that's speaking in direct relation to the attempt on Charles Jones's life in Houston.
When the videos here, these drill rap videos, are actually posted to YouTube or posted in some way, are you all, in addition to documenting these, relating them back to whatever offenses that they're referencing?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you, in seeing these lyrics, relate this to the offense that occurred in Houston on the prior attempt on Mr. Jones's life?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there, in response to that video, a video posted by 6 Block member and the victim in this case, Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the title of that music video?
When I See You.
And did that music video, or was that music video released, and did you have an opportunity to fully review the contents of that video?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you or were you able to identify some of the individuals that were depicted in that video in addition to Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are the individuals depicted at 3 seconds on this When I See You video on the screen, please?
In the black hoodie and the black pants with the red underwear, that's Charles Jones. On the poster board to the right, that's the 3 victims of the town center shooting, the triple homicide that occurred in 2018.
Were you all able to ascertain where generally this video was filmed? What was the nature of the place where the video was filmed?
It's like a graveyard or a gravesite.
And were you able to do the same with annotating or deciphering the lyrics that were included in this video after having an opportunity to watch it?
Yes, ma'am.
Detective, is the act of pouring champagne on a gravesite a sign of respect or disrespect as far as your training and experience?
Disrespect.
And when we started this past video, there was some kind of language from a related news article. Are you familiar with the reports of the homicide that occurred in the town center?
Yes, ma'am, at the beginning.
And was there some specific reference as it relates to the date in which that homicide occurred, where 4, 23, and Royal Smith were killed?
Yes.
Excuse me, Trayvon Bullard were killed?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the significance of that date?
It was 23's birthday.
Was Yungeen Ace or Kenyatta Bullard the only person who survived that shooting?
Yes.
But he was with the other three when they did not survive?
Yes.
What was the nature of that shooting itself?
It was a drive-by shooting at a red light.
And were the victims of that shooting located in a vehicle at the time that they were shot?
Yes, all 4 were in a vehicle.
In your review of the lyrics of this particular case, what is it that was relayed, and then ultimately highlighted?
The very first line, he says he's sliding through the 12. Once again, 12 is the representation of the 1200 out east part of town. He said Ace is from the west. How he clicked up with the east side. He's talking about Yungeen Ace originally is from the west side of Jacksonville in the Clay County, Duval area, and he's simply calling him out, asking him how he even got clicked up with the east side. And then he says he hasn't been the same since he's seen them other 3 die. That's the reference to the triple homicide of the town center. And then he says, I'm 2-3 high, which is Royale Smith. So he's saying, like, he's high.
Have you, in your time in the gang unit since the homicide actually occurred of these 3 individuals, seen members of ATK and 1200 representing 23 signs, necklaces, posting 23?
Yes, ma'am.
How about indications of ATK? Are there chains or jewelry of some kind that are indicative of being an ATK member?
Yes, ma'am. There's like an actual ATK necklace and then the necklace of 23.
When talking about these groups that link up, is there one specific group that's from out east?
1200.
And is there one specific group that's from the west?
ATK originated on the west side. It was originally Yungeen Gang, which is Yungeen Ace, and then Yungeen Ace got clicked up with some people from other parts of town and formulated ATK.
Does that allow you to, or allow them to grow the group?
Yes.
When you are looking at the lyrics at the bottom of the page here, are those specific as to the events that actually occurred on the date that these 3 individuals were shot and killed?
Yes, ma'am. He went out to eat on his birthday. It was 23's birthday, and they were leaving Wasabi at the town center. And then 4 shot, 3 dead. That's the facts of the case. There's 4 of them shot. Yungeen Ace survived. The other 3 passed away. And then he kept dissing on me, and now we're smoking 23. So he's saying they kept talking about me and disrespecting me, and now we're smoking on your friend.
Now, Mr. Jones references Bibby. Do you know anything about the relationship between Charles Jones and Bibby?
They were close friends.
How about Charles Jones Bibby and Robert Howard?
They would be close friends.
And all are affiliated with 6 Block?
Yes, ma'am.
What area of town is Melvin Park in?
It's in Jacksonville's west side.
And what gang is affiliated with Melvin Park or the area?
ATK.
If members of 6 Block are in the Melvin Park area or posting from the Melvin Park area, is that seen as a sign of disrespect of some kind?
Yes.
When the lyrics indicate caught Keese, who is Keese?
Malquise Worthen.
Is that the individual we've previously discussed as ATK Keese?
Yes.
And do you know what they're referencing here?
He's referencing that he basically called him lacking, and he didn't kind of go through with a fight or anything. He kind of just walked away.
When you look at the next line that's depicted here, please, who is Papa?
Lil Papa is a prominent rapper for 1200.
And again, Queso, is this the same individual that was referenced before?
Yes, Hakeem Robinson.
Is there an individual that's associated with ATK named Red Dot?
It is Torgon Williams.
And are you familiar with Torgon Williams?
I am.
Are you familiar with Queso?
I am.
And in the next line, there's a mention of an individual by the name of Shug. Can you tell me who that is?
Shug was a prominent name in 1200. His name is Avery McKnight.
Do you know the relationship to Shug or how he passed away in 1200?
Yeah, he was killed while he was riding a bicycle.
And is there some significance or relation from Shug to co-defendants Rashad Murphy or Davion Murphy?
I believe so.
Do you know specifically what that relationship would be?
I do not.
Now, have you had an opportunity to review the photographs of the tattoos on Davion Murphy's person?
I have.
Are you the individual who actually took the photographs of the tattoos that are on Davion Murphy's person?
Yes, ma'am.
And did those tattoos include reference to several of the individuals that are mentioned in these songs?
Yes.
What does rolling Michi in this wood mean?
Michi was a prominent figure of 1200. He was shot and killed, and he's saying that he's rolling them up in the joint and smoking them.
Is that meant to be a sign of disrespect?
Yes.
Same reference when talking about smoking Rollo.
Yes, Rollo is was a close friend of Jdot, who's Jacory Rivers.
Does Jdot go by any other names, or is Jdot short for something else?
His other name was like Jdot Breezy.
Okay. And he also is a musician as a part of these groups?
He is.
With which gang is Jdot Breezy or Jdot affiliated?
He would be more affiliated with 1200.
And are you aware of any reference to Jdot or Jdot's involvement in this particular case?
Am I aware of Jdot's involvement in this case?
Yes, not as it relates to what's on the screen, but in this case.
Briefly.
Did you provide the information that you had as it related to some of these offenses to the detectives down in Tampa, you and other gang detectives, about the rivalries that were occurring in Jacksonville?
Yes.
Specifically, as it relates to 2023, was there a scene to which you responded on August 16th of 2023?
Yes.
And what was the nature of that call out?
It came out as a homicide on I-95 near near Zoo Parkway. It's kind of up on the city's north side.
How was it that there was a homicide on the highway? What did you arrive to?
I arrived to a deceased black male, later identified as Jaquan Pickens, inside of a green Dodge Challenger that was crashed into the back of a semi.
Upon your further review of the vehicle or the evidence in that investigation, was it determined that it was more than a vehicle crash?
Yes.
What occurred?
Based on the evidence that we discovered, a drive-by shooting occurred on the interstate where a car pulled up beside Mr. Pickens and started shooting at him.
I'm going to object to evidence at this time.
Overruled, go ahead.
When you are at that scene, did you document the injuries that had occurred?
Homicide detectives would have.
And did you at least ultimately make an identification of the individual that was the driver of the vehicle?
We did. We identified him as Jaquan Pickens.
And what gang is he associated with?
Jaquan Pickens is associated with 6 Block.
After the homicide of Jaquan Pickens, did you respond to a call for service on August 17th?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that the day following the homicide of Jake Jitt or Jaquan Pickens?
It was.
Was the victim of that instance identified?
Yes, he was identified as Jacoby Beals.
And is Jacoby Beals related to any of the gangs in Jacksonville?
Yes, he is 1200.
Following the incident that occurred in August, were there several social media posts that occurred after Jaquan Pickens was murdered? Did anyone take credit for that murder?
Generally, after all of gang-related shootings in Jacksonville, social media tends to boost up and get really active. A lot of people post and start disrespecting the deceased of the opposing groups.
Does that also happen on October 6th and 7th when there are additional offenses that occur?
Yes.
Did you respond on October 6th to the homicide of Antonio Tilley?
I did.
And what was the nature of that call?
Antonio Tilley and an Uber driver was located deceased after they crashed into a house. Evidence in that case showed that a female named Diamond Harris set up Antonio Tilley by sending him provocative.
Relevance, hearsay, outside the scope of the court's prior order.
Yeah, sustain, just talk about what actually happened to Mr. Tilley.
What happened to Mr. Tilley to bring about his death?
He arrived at an abandoned house and was ambushed by a black male.
Was he shot and killed with a firearm?
He was.
And while you were working that scene, did you receive additional information or a call for service elsewhere in the city?
I did, yes, ma'am.
Where?
It would have been in the city's side of town called Paxson.
Is Prospect and 16th located in that Paxton area?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the nature of that call for service? Were you able to determine who the victim of that was?
Yes, it was Charles Jones was shot in his foot.
Did you receive that call and request to respond while you were still working the first scene?
Yes.
Approximately what time did the October 6th shooting of Antonio Tilley actually occur, was reported?
I believe it was reported around like 2300 hours, which would be at 11 o'clock at night. I was not dispatched until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
And while working that scene, you received notification of the scene that Charles Jones had been shot?
Yes, that notification came in around probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Was there evidence that was obtained from that attempted murder on Charles Jones from October 7th of 2023, and was that ultimately provided to law enforcement in this particular investigation?
Yes, there was spent casings that were discovered on the shooting of Charles Jones.
When you learned of the homicide that occurred here in Hillsborough County, did you provide assistance to the gang members in Jacksonville and also to the Tampa Police Department investigators that was about the gang activity in Jacksonville?
Objection, moving on.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Yes.
Specifically as it relates to Charles Jones and Isaiah Chance, were you in your daily activities able to observe some interactions with the co-defendant and the victim in this case on the internet in the days leading up to Mr. Jones's homicide?
I personally did not know.
Would another member of your unit have done that?
Very well could have.
Okay. When you are referencing Isaiah Chance being a part of ATK, was there some time at which he was being removed or removing himself from that gang?
Yes, he is. He had a falling out with ATK.
And what group did he begin then affiliating himself with based on the social media posts from his accounts that you reviewed?
1200.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay and speculation.
Overruled. Go ahead.
After the death of Charles Jones occurs in Tampa, were you alerted to new videos on social media and YouTube that had been posted by members of ATK or 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
Immediately after the death of Charles Jones, was a video posted to YouTube?
Yes.
Were you
Objection, vague and hearsay.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Are you familiar with the video that was posted on the day of the homicide?
Yes, I believe it's called Let's Do It.
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
As it relates to a subsequent video also posted by ATK called Game Over, did you have an opportunity to review that video?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to do the same in reviewing the lyrics as you have previously?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Yungeen Ace the only individual who is cited as being an artist on this particular video?
As an artist, yes.
Publishing 89C. As it related to the lyrics of the song Game Over as published by Yungeen Ace, did you have an opportunity to review those lyrics as well?
Yes.
Was there a specific reference to the homicide that occurred in Tampa on June 23rd of 2024 in the death of Charles Jones?
Yes, there was.
When speaking about the lyrics that have highlighted here, has there been an ongoing feud for over the course of the last several years between the groups ATK and 1200?
Yes, that's the go to war reference.
In several of the videos that you have seen, or at least in these videos, surely this is not indicative of the only videos that have been posted between the two groups.
Correct.
And in the videos that you've seen, is it common to see this fuck the six language across the videos?
Yes.
Is that language used in the videos in a manner to disrespect Six Block?
Yes.
Six Block members that are posting their own music videos, including Mr. Jones, use similar language in his videos.
Yes.
And in the video that we've seen here, did you see the chain that was worn by Mr. Bullard?
Yes.
And is that the chain that you were indicating was indicative of ATK?
Yes.
When you spoke with the detectives in Tampa regarding the facts of the homicide of Charles Jones, were you able to ascertain that Mr. Jones had been shot and killed in a vehicle?
Yes.
And were you able to ascertain that other individuals were also with him?
Yes.
And the last video that we saw of When I See You that was actually published by Mr. Jones, was there some reference to Yungeen Ace, the artist of Game Over, in reference to him losing it over the death of 23?
Yes.
In your review of the lyrics and depicted here on the screen, is that a reference that Yungeen Ace himself also is making in his music videos?
Yes.
Your Honor, invading the province of the jury.
Overruled, go ahead.
What is it that's indicated in this video?
Once 23 died inside my eyes, I lost my mind.
Can you describe for the jury what the 5.56 reference is as well?
5.56 is a caliber of round.
And was that used in the lyrics of this song?
Yes.
What was the 5.56 lyric?
5.56 increases the murder rate.
Was there a description as to as to clothing in this song as well?
Yeah, mask on, get up close. This is another closed case that's referencing like suspects or
Objection,
individuals.
speculation,
Wait.
And invading the province of the jury.
Okay. Overruled, go ahead.
It's referencing suspects or other individuals masking up and getting very close to the people that they kill. And it's another closed case because they died and there's no living victim.
Overruled, go ahead.
As it relates to the language when the artist Yungeen Ace is referring to Mr. Six, do you plainly, based on your training and experience and day-to-day work in this area, understand who he's referencing?
Mr. Six is Charles Jones.
And the showing of Don Julio bottles, is there some significance to that as it relates to these videos that started in June of 2024 that were posted by ATK or 1,200 members?
Objection, speculation, objection to invading the province of the jury, Your Honor.
Overruled, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Objection of relevance.
Okay. Overruled.
Yes, ma'am. During my investigation into the criminal gang ATK, until after the death of Charles Jones, Don Julio bottles were not referenced in any music video or any type of photograph that they have taken until after the death.
Is the
Objection to hearsay as well, Your Honor.
is the bottle of Don Julio a bottle of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that something that was commonly related to Julio Foolio or Charles Jones?
Objection, speculation.
Overruled.
It was related to him after his death. Some people knew him as Julio Foolio, some people knew him as Foolio, so the name Don Julio brought in the rapper name of Charles Jones.
Depicted in the beginning of this Game Over video, we see a Don Julio on top of the head, and we've heard some of those lyrics about having the head of another member. What does that mean?
Like they're killed. They've been deceased, usually by gunfire.
After the publication of this video by ATK's Yungeen Ace, was there a music video also published by the individuals who were in that first song?
Yes, ma'am.
The Who I Smoke video had members of both ATK and 1200, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And included in that video with Yungeen Ace were individuals by the name of Wappa with the Choppa?
Yes, ma'am. He's also known as Ducci.
And were there any other individuals also depicted in both?
Can you ask that again? I'm sorry.
Yes. Was there anyone else from the original song that we played in States 89A with Spinabins, Wappa with the Choppa, Yungeen Ace, and Fast Money Goon of Who I Smoke that made their own videos after Yungeen Ace made Game Over?
Yes, ma'am. Wappa and Spinabins made their own song called Foolio Dead.
Posting now States 89D. For the Foolio Dead video by Spinabins and Wappa with the Choppa, were you able to identify any specific language as it related to the homicide of Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what's highlighted on the screen before us here?
Yes, ma'am.
When there's a reference to his mother stronger than him in these lyrics, can you describe for us what these lyrics are highlighted for?
Yes, ma'am. His mother was shot in Jacksonville prior to his death, and she survived.
So she lived from that shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection, Your Honor.
What-
Relevance.
Overruled.
When she was shot, was anybody else shot or injured at that time?
I don't know the answer to that.
But you're familiar with her shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the Holiday Inn? Is there any specific relevance to the posting about Holiday Inn in this particular music video after the murder?
Yeah, there's the chain of hotels that was here in Hillsborough County.
What does Glock Party, I'm smoking op pack, put that 8 in mean?
Objection, speculation.
Overruled. Go ahead.
8 is Trey D. He was shot and killed in Jacksonville. He was a prominent figure of 6 Block. When you say you're smoking an op pack, they relate the pack and like a cigarette pack or like a blunt package, and they're putting ops in it to smoke them.
In addition to having viewed the music videos that were posted, did you have a chance to review the images that were depicted in those videos?
Yes, ma'am.
And do Wapa Wita Chapa or Spinabins have a hand sign for the gang 1200 to which they're related?
Yes, ma'am, they do.
And do they throw that sign in these music videos?
Yes, ma'am, they do.
Are you familiar with what that sign is?
I know of it, but Detective Griffin with 1200 would be able to demonstrate it better than me.
And be able to tell us the history of it itself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Your Honor, I'll pass the witness at this time.